Hello everyone and welcome to this year's Unsung Heroes event presented by the Wisconsin Law Journal. I'm Joe Iovino, the Associate Publisher and Group Editor of the Wisconsin Law Journal, and thank you for joining us today to honor 21 unsung heroes of the legal field. We wish we could be celebrating in person with you today to honor this great group, but since that's not possible, we're glad you can join us today virtually to celebrate and recognize these 21 awesome individuals. So every year for the past 15 years, this has been one of my favorite events because it's not your standard awards event. This event gives us a chance to honor the men and women operating behind the scenes. We know attorneys across the state do outstanding work, and we honor them during the year with our Leaders in the Law, Up-and-Coming Lawyers, and our Women in the Law events. But today is a chance to recognize and tell the stories of the individuals who are key to the success of the companies they work for. It's a chance for us to shine a spotlight on their ever-important work they do on behalf of attorneys, law firms, the courts, legal associations, and more. We'll introduce you to our award winners in a bit. In the meantime, some housekeeping items. You'll see a chat feature on the right-hand side of your screen. Please use it generously to cheer on your honoree and congratulate all of this year's honorees. Also, stories on the honorees you'll meet here today will be featured in our monthly Law Journal magazine, which will publish our December edition next week. For the honorees today, hopefully most of you have your awards already and they are displayed proudly in your home office or at work. If you haven't received your award yet, it'll be arriving at your business or home address in the coming days, so please keep an eye out for those. Also, today's event wouldn't be possible without the overwhelming support from our sponsors. We couldn't continue to hold these virtual events, and hopefully soon in-person events, without them. Many of these sponsors have been longtime supporters of the Law Journal events, and we truly appreciate their support. Thank you to this year's presenting sponsor, Rosenberg Consulting Services. Thank you to Rob Rosenberg for his continued support of Unsung Heroes and the outstanding services he provides for the legal community. Now let's hear from Rob and find out more about Rosenberg Consulting Services.
On behalf of Rosenberg Consulting Services, we would like to congratulate this year's Wisconsin Law Journal's Unsung Heroes. Rosenberg Consulting has been helping law firms all across the country since 2004 by organizing, managing, and presenting large volumes of electronic evidence for quick and dynamic presentations to the trier of fact. Our expertise with creating powerful demonstrative evidence and effective courtroom presentations helps our clients achieve a successful outcome in the courtroom. We have been involved in some of the largest matters throughout the United States and pride ourselves on the ability to deliver winning results to our clients. Our motto has always been, do good work for good clients and have fun doing it. Once again, Rosenberg Consulting congratulates all of this year's Unsung Heroes on your outstanding professional achievements.
Thank you, Rob, for all you do, and thank you for the services you provide to the legal field. Your expertise and company are more important now than ever. Also, a big shout out and thank you to Reinhardt Berner Van Dern, our silver sponsor. Reinhardt, with 4 offices across Wisconsin, has been a longtime partner of our events, and we thank the leadership and marketing teams at Reinhardt for helping make today possible. And now, let's meet this year's outstanding group of honorees. Here to announce this year's winners is Law Journal legal reporter Michaela Pochner. I'm sure Michaela's voice will sound familiar to many of you as she's interviewed and written stories about today's honorees. Michaela, welcome and take it away.
Thanks, Joe. The tireless dedication of this year's Unsung Heroes is evident and inspiring. These are people who have continued and even surpassed their track records of excellent work despite the unpredictable hardships brought on by the pandemic. We're excited to celebrate years, and in some cases decades, of their achievements with you today. Let's meet our 2020 Unsung Heroes. Our first nominee is Trisha Ives.
Trisha Ives is more than just a firm administrator. She's a key part of the team at Gingras, Thompson & Wachs, and is a consummate professional in all of her duties. Trisha goes above and beyond expectations to support the firm's team, clients, and mission. With the COVID-19 pandemic striking and creating chaos in the legal world, she managed to get 3 offices, Eau Claire, Milwaukee, and Madison, set up for virtual work so they were fully functional and able to continue working for clients without skipping a beat. Trisha continues to incorporate legal policies, procedures, and tools to help facilitate the firm. She is the glue that holds it all together.
Congratulations, Tricia! Up next is Jason Masterson.
Jason Masterson's passion and dedication to the law and the clients of KCP Law Group is unprecedented. When a client is faced with an unjust situation, it genuinely affects Jason on a personal level, and he will give everything he has to try to right the wrong. He is a mentor to all the paralegals at the firm. He teaches and explains legal precepts to help everyone understand, from secretary to lawyer. Jason has the ability to examine cases from many perspectives. He has an intelligent and creative mind and excels at finding the hidden issues in a case that allow for unique and obscure motion issues.
Congratulations, Jason! Our next unsung hero is Laura Jones.
Laura Jones is a wizard at logistics and balancing the needs of Jones Law Firm, making certain the obligations of the firm are met. She engages with hundreds of clients, attending to their needs, ensuring they receive the highest degree of service. Her role as paralegal and office administrator is a balance between the practice of law and the business of law. In addition to her duties, Laura develops and implements the marketing strategies and programs for the firm. In short, Laura is the engine of Jones Law Firm. She keeps everything moving forward smoothly, making the process look easy to the untrained observer.
Those puppies, so cute, Laura! Our next honoree is Phil Bartlett.
Phil Bartlett is the Director of IT Services for the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Wisconsin. When Phil joined the court, it was behind the technological times, and he spent most of his time putting out fires rather than being proactive. Phil implemented a customer service ethic, and the IT department became responsive and innovative. He encouraged judges and staff to use laptops so they could work from anywhere. Perhaps he had a crystal ball, because with the pandemic, the court was able to seamlessly transition to teleworking. He also has helped build plexiglass barriers and install cameras in courtrooms to enable remote viewing.
Congrats, Phil! Let's welcome our next honoree, Olivia Ruckstool.
After starting in the receptionist and legal assistant position at Ariano and Phoebus, it was clear that Olivia Ruckstool's potential required more challenging tasks, and she eventually was moved to work with the litigation team. As a senior paralegal, she continuously aspired to get more involved in the management of the law firm and was promoted to be the office manager of the firm. Her attitude is extremely tactful and professional, and she has earned the respect of her staff, the partners, and the legal profession. Traveling throughout the world has allowed her to understand the human element of those clients who need support and assistance.
Looks like you're always on awesome adventures, Olivia. Congratulations. Our next honoree is Kim Bernards.
Kim Bernards of Boardman Clark's Office Services Department is an integral part of what has become the firm's new normal. Even with most buildings locked down, Kim has had to remain on site during the COVID-19 pandemic to make sure the mail is picked up, sorted, and scanned to each individual every day. She's also responsible for making sure that errands to other businesses and deliveries to the office can be made. Kim's upbeat attitude never wavers. During this unprecedented time, her dedication to her job and the firm has been invaluable to making sure nothing falls through the cracks.
Congratulations, Kim. Now please help me welcome Michelle Walker.
Michelle Walker, paralegal, is a hero for selflessly and stoically helping keep Boardman Clark from ever missing a beat. Michelle drives the ship, managing workflow and most administrative responsibilities. She is instrumental in managing the practice and her own responsibilities, which include domestic patent and trademark filings and docketing all domestic and foreign deadlines. Her attention to detail and dedication are unmatched. She is always willing to take on new work. She is a quick study, and her mastery of critical skills is remarkable. She is also wonderful with clients, who without exception appreciate and enjoy working with her.
Congratulations, Michelle. Our next honoree is Kelly Newman.
Kelly Newman of Godfrey & Kahn is responsible for managing the firm's billing team, which includes oversight of the entire client billing process, timekeeper entry, requests for proposal preparation, ad hoc reporting requests from the firm's practice groups and internal departments, and e-billing management. Additionally, Kelly is currently serving as a core team member on a major software implementation project, which began last year and continues through the go-live date in 2021. With a relentless focus on improving the level of services provided by her department, Kelly regularly identifies new ways to add value to the firm.
Congratulations, Kelly! The dynamic duo of Nicole Holdley and Katie Yeager are our next honorees.
Nicole Holdley and Katie Yeager, the dynamic duo, co-leads the Settlement Specialist Department at Hupy & Abraham. They have provided more than a decade of impeccable customer service to thousands of clients. As settlement specialists, they are an essential part of the case process, resolving payments, collecting funds, and preparing funds for disbursement in relation to cases. They employ a strong work ethic, exemplary quality of work, and high-level communication skills. Most importantly, Katie and Nicole balance each other out. Between the two, all bases are covered. Their partnership aids in the harmonious management of the settlement specialist team.
Great teamwork in those photos. Congrats, Nicole and Katie. Our next honoree is Carrie Darwood.
Carrie Darwood is a paralegal on Godfrey & Kahn's estate and business succession planning team. One of her most important attributes is her bedside manner. Estate planning, particularly after a death occurs, is an emotional and complicated process for clients and their families. Carrie understands that it's not all about business and is able to strike the perfect balance of listening, expressing empathy, and completing the task at hand. She always keeps the big picture in mind, knows the right questions to ask, and finds new and creative ways to add value. She is responsive, thoughtful, proactive, engaged, organized, and most importantly, trusted.
Congratulations, Karen! Jenna Shriver is our next unsung hero.
Jenna Shriver, intake specialist at Gingras, Thompson & Wachs, enjoys working with great, knowledgeable people that are always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. When the pandemic hit, call volume increased immensely, and it was difficult to hear stories of so many people affected. Thankfully, the firm handles many claims in different areas, making it possible to help some of those affected. Jenna appreciates getting to be behind the scenes and learn about what all goes into a successful case. Her attention to detail, engaging personality, and strong work ethic all speak volumes for her.
Congrats, Jenna! Please help me welcome our next honoree, Davis Matos.
David Matos is an extraordinary IT specialist and member of the Hush Blackwell team. He has been known to literally go the extra mile, traveling to visit team members to assist when they have run into IT problems. He is also quick to work long hours when needed to ensure that everyone can be up and running. Recently, Hush Blackwell not only updated its devices and software, but the Madison office also grew by more than 50%. The updates and growth required significant high-level IT expertise and service. Davis more than delivered by making himself available and providing top-level service.
Love that festive photo, Davis. Congratulations again. Let's meet Crystal Heiress next.
Crystal Heiress is a paralegal in Godfrey & Kahn's corporate practice group. Her role is highly important, and she contributes substantially to the ability to provide the service that clients have come to expect. Crystal is a master communicator, and even now, while operating from home, firm attorneys are never left wondering the status of a project. She is always responsive, service-oriented, and has a great attitude, even in the 11th hour. Beyond her client work, Crystal trains and mentors new paralegals and new associate attorneys starting their careers. She is an invaluable resource for her peers and often serves as a sounding board for new ideas.
Congrats, Crystal! Carrie Doyle is our next honoree.
Carrie Doyle is the head of acquisitions and serials at the University of Wisconsin Law Library, where she has contributed in numerous indispensable ways to the UW Law School, UW-Madison, and the library and legal communities. Carrie coordinates and directs the ordering, receiving, claiming, binding, and paying for all library materials. If you have used a database, read an article, or borrowed a book from the UW Law Library in the last decade, there's a good chance that Carrie made that access possible. That's no mean feat, as UW Law Library contains the largest legal collection in the state of Wisconsin.
Congratulations, Carrie! Our next honoree is Bob Isaacson.
Bob Isaacson serves as the Quarles and Brady Milwaukee office administrator. Given all that occurred in 2020, Bob's service was more critical than ever, and he came through with flying colors. He was instrumental in making sure the firm continued to provide outstanding client services despite all of the changes and disruptions caused by the pandemic. Bob has to make and carry out difficult decisions, but does so with compassion and a great attitude. One of his tremendous gifts is the ability to be a truth teller throughout the organization, helping make needed changes. He has the ear, trust, and confidence of virtually all attorneys and staff.
Very cool, Bob. Congrats. Our next honoree is Beatrice Thorson.
Beatrice Thorson has been an absolute lifesaver for Gimbel, Riley, Gurn, and Brown during the pandemic, and every other moment as well. As project manager, Beatrice basically manages every technology, organization, and systemic aspect of the firm. When the firm switched software systems to a sophisticated new firm management system, Bea spearheaded every detail of the transition, implementation, and execution firm-wide. She also made possible the transition from in-office to working from home for a staff of 38, and has enabled the firm to thrive through these uncertain times, allowing every person in the firm to function and feel comfortable.
Congratulations, Beatrice. Up next is Andrea DietzelLuedke.
Andrea DietzelLuedke is a fantastic paralegal and an invaluable member of Reinhardt's intellectual property practice. She is not only extremely knowledgeable and hardworking, but is also very generous to others with her knowledge and time. Andrea is always available to assist others and to answer questions, and if she doesn't know the answer, she will do her best to find it. She genuinely cares about her coworkers, takes great pride in her work, and takes equal pride in the success of the department and the firm. Not only do all of Andrea's impressive qualities help to create a great department, but they also translate into a great experience for the client.
Congrats, Andrea. Amy Westrup is our next unsung hero.
Amy Westrup single-handedly organizes, runs, and otherwise is the Association of Corporate Counsel of Wisconsin. She is the liaison between all ACC of Wisconsin's firm sponsors, including firms both domestically and internationally at 3 different tiers of involvement. She both renews and solicits new sponsors and new business, while keeping in the forefront of her mind the budget and big picture goals of the organization. She is constantly sourcing new CLE material while furthering annual CLE programming for hundreds of attorneys per year. And Amy does all of this with a smile and a positive attitude. Her charisma and dedication to the ACC is infectious.
You always make us laugh, Amy. Congratulations. Our next nominee is Amanda Klein.
Amanda Klein began her career at Reinhardt 10 years ago as a legal administrative assistant in the employee benefits practice. She quickly demonstrated her excellent skills and abilities, and in 3 short years, she was promoted to paralegal. Of all her exceptional qualities, one that stands out is that she always takes the initiative on both firm and client projects. Beyond working on and completing projects at a high level, Amanda has the ability to think laterally and see the big picture. She is also active in supporting her community, routinely participates in firm-wide activities and fundraisers, and launched a virtual blood drive for the firm.
Congratulations, Amanda. And last but not least, let's celebrate Alma Inger.
Alma Inger is Deputy Court Clerk for Milwaukee County Circuit Court Branch 21. She is very sharp, reliable, detail-oriented, a quick learner, and has that rare combination of being friendly yet firm. Over this past year, Alma has risen to meet the challenges that COVID-19 has presented, rescheduling the court calendar and moving it to a virtual setting, contacting every attorney about rescheduled court dates, and designating staggered times for court appearances. She is a dedicated public servant who always ensures that the attorneys, defendants, the public, and all who find themselves in her court are treated with respect.
Congratulations, Alma. To all of today's award winners and to the people who remain unsung heroes, thank you for the work that you do to keep the legal industry moving. We recognize the long days, nights, and weekends of work that go in behind the scenes and the balancing act required to manage work and family, especially when working remotely. The Law Journal applauds you. Thank you to everyone for sharing this time with us virtually. Have a safe and happy holiday, and remember to take care of yourself. Now here's Joe with a few final remarks.
Thank you, Michaela, and great job announcing all of today's honorees. Congratulations again to all this year's award winners. And we again celebrate all the Unsung Heroes accomplishments and know that the future of the legal field is in good hands with this group. And thank you again to this year's sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Rosenberg Consulting Services. Rob, thanks again for your continued partnership this year. Thank you also to our silver sponsor, Reinhardt Berner Van Duren. And also a big thank you to Jeff Everts of Everts Video. He and Wisconsin Law Journal video specialist Rick Benedict are responsible for all the videos you saw today. And speaking of, all the videos today will be available on our website at wislawjournal.com in the coming days. And finally, a special thank you to all of you in attendance for today's event. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to celebrate this great group of men and women. We hope you enjoy the show. We hope to see you in person real soon. This is usually the time when I say have a safe drive home. Instead, in true 2020 fashion, I'll say have a safe trip back to the fridge or back to the couch. Have a great rest of your day.